Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. I'll say it one more time. Top of the morning. This is Getting in the Green with Perfect Strangers. I'm your host with the most. Just Duro. This is episode 40. 40 something. I got my green hoodie legend with me. Corey, what's good with you, baby?
Not much, man. Pretty crazy weekend of sports, but ready to start off another week here.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy. Pretty up and down for me this weekend. I think Friday was a decent day, right? Wednesday, going back to Wednesday, Friday was really good. I went 5-1 Friday, right? Friday went 3-3. Wednesday 5-1, so I covered. Saturday didn't do too much, but lost, right? And then yesterday, I went 1-1, right? 1-1. I did make a play on Indy, just didn't post it. So 1-1 is what I posted, but was able to cover around on Indy as well. But yeah, man, it's crazy weekend. How'd you do?
Yeah, Friday was not good. I think I ended up going like 1-5 on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Hit a couple on Saturday and then lost 2 on Sunday. Wednesday I went 6-0 though, so that kind of helped cover the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a crazy weekend. Luckily, cleaned up on the UFC and did pretty good on March Madness. So
yeah, I was just about to say that, man. You smacked the NFC all over the place.
Yeah, that's 4 events in a row that just been dialed in for the UFC. So, there's money to be made, but yeah, I think back to Monday though. Mondays are important, man. I want to play the rest of the week with house money. So
that's right. Yeah, this Monday is very important. If you ask me, some of these games we're looking at. So yesterday, kind of, if you want to call it that, but today really is. There's some games on the side. I'm gonna be honest with you, Corey. I don't like the card.
No, I will say this is the time of the year, man. I posted up. There's only like, a handful of teams still playing.
Yeah,
for something real important. And you saw it last night in that Golden State San Antonio game.
Mm-hmm.
One team had to win. One team didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Drake, you're going to see those type of games, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think also the injury reports. So I won't be stepping on too many bets until lock because, I mean, some of these teams might just shut down the whole team here rolling into it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the, we're there. 3 weeks left, I think, left in the season. So
yeah, man, I think it's like 10 games left.
Yep.
So this is the time to where if you're gonna kind of go hard just to close out the season, this is the time to do it, man. But pick your spots and pick them right.
Mm-hmm.
Pick them right. All right, man. About last night. Yeah, last night was crazy. Crazy last night. Quite a few games. Not too surprised about outcomes on a lot of these, to be honest. Not too surprised. First game, Portland goes into Indy. They get slapped. Right, 98-129. I was on Indy too. That line got down. It was actually at -8. I took it at -8. It went down to -7. It didn't matter. It did not matter at all. Memphis, 122-98. Doing Memphis things, man. Doing Memphis things. They smacked Houston. I mean, what is Houston? Right? You know that's going to happen. New Orleans, that's surprising. That one was surprising, even with Trey. Right? They go into Atlanta. They smack Atlanta 117-112. I knew that game was over from the beginning. Right?
Yeah, they jumped on him.
Yeah, that line should have told me something too, bro. That line should have told me something, if you ask me. It should have told me something. OKC, Loses to Orlando. It's funny, Corey, how we talk about how some of these crappy ass teams always hang around and cover these spreads. That's OKC, man.
Mhm.
Orlando can go and get slapped by Detroit by like 20 something, right? And then go against OKC, who's not playing anybody, and just win by 5. They don't cover the spread. That spread was at -8. Phoenix, that was a scare.
Mhm.
That was a scare. That was really, really a scare, man. But they get the job done. A win is a win in the NBA. May not be for us, but it's a win, right? They won 127 to 124 against Sacramento. That was close. Utah. I don't know what the hell Julius Randle was doing, after that game, man. I don't know what was going on. Right? That guy, what kind of man, I'm telling you, we talked about this early in the season, how he just got the bag and he became Julius No Handle Randle. I don't know. He's just not the same dude, man. He's just not the same dude. But they lose to Utah 108 to 93. Boston. I was on him, bro. I don't think anybody wants to play this team in the playoffs right now.
No, they're hot, man.
Bro, they're like Megatron. I swear to God, like all these, like if you looking at their defense is a thing of beauty right now, right? They dismantled Denver in elevation, 124 to 104. Toronto, man, tell you right now, Philly woke up mad after this game. Man,
Big win for Toronto, man.
Bro, a tale of two. If you could have looked at Philly and how they responded after that trade, right? Immediately after that trade, and how they feeling right now, bruh. Philly might get mocked in the first round, dog. They might get mocked.
The East is wide open, man. I honestly think the hotter teams are at the bottom of the East.
Yeah.
You got Boston, you got Toronto, you got Brooklyn, who I think is going to win their first round series. I wouldn't feel safe if I was any of those top teams in the East right now.
Yeah, but Brooklyn don't want to play Toronto.
No, because they can't play Kyrie the whole series.
They can't play Kyrie. Yeah.
They won't play them round one, though. They're looking to get right now, I think, Milwaukee, who's not playing good ball. So,
yeah, but essentially you would have to. Yeah, I mean, you would hope that Toronto. I just don't think Toronto's gonna make it to. Yeah, they wouldn't go all the way down to the 9th seed. That's a lot of games you got to lose right now. So I don't see it. This might be etched in stone here. It just might be. But they beat Philly, man, 93 to 88. And then to close it out, San Antonio. You see the end of that game?
No, I didn't. I mean, followed it on ESPN, but I wasn't watching it.
Yeah,
I had March
free
Madness
throw.
on.
I think he intentionally missed the free throw, and they got the bucket to lay up 110 to 108. San Antonio beats Golden State. I was on Golden State, man. Draymond gets ejected. It's like, Jesus. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they really don't care. Maybe Golden State is one of those teams that does not care right now, right?
They're hurt too, man. I mean,
they are hurt.
You don't have Steph for the playoffs, you're going to get knocked out real quick. So,
real quick.
We'll see if he bounces back.
If it's set right now, Golden State will play Minnesota. Nobody wants to play Minnesota right now, bro.
No.
Nobody wants to play Minnesota. And those were your games on yesterday, man. Those were last night's games. Let's get into today's games. Yeah, first game we have on the slate, man. Portland at Detroit. It's Detroit -7. Total on this game is 222.5. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if there's two teams that I don't trust and didn't trust, and I don't know if I'm too late to the party, right? If something would change, but that is Detroit and Minnesota, right? Detroit's on an absolute tear right now as far as spreads. They are covering spreads. Inactive right now, as it speaks. Only person questionable on Portland side is Justice Winslow. Everybody else is out. Everyone else is out. On Detroit side, Killian Hayes is probable, but you got Grant, Diallo, Smith, Jackson, all those guys still out. Right? If I'm looking at this game, I'm probably going to look at Detroit. You just have to. Portland's lost 9 of the last 10 games. Their only win was against Washington. That was 127 to 118. And they've only covered one other spread, and that was against Brooklyn, right? Which was a close game. But Indy shows who Portland really is, and they smack them. So it seems like Detroit smacks those good teams or those bad teams. And I feel like Detroit is the side here. And I don't even care about the points. I don't even care about the points here. I see what Detroit did to Orlando, and I would say Orlando's a better team than Portland. And I would just have to side with Detroit here. Who do you like?
Yeah, Detroit's probably the side here. I don't know if I necessarily trust them. I definitely would want to make sure they're going to play Cade tonight. They look good. They're staying close with good teams. That 4-point loss last night. But because it's a back-to-back for both of these teams, I'm interested to see who plays and who doesn't. Because, Detroit's made it pretty clear recently that they're just, worried about the health of these young guys they got.
Right.
Keeping them healthy into next year. So they might not push some of these guys on a back-to-back. Cade's still kind of fighting for Rookie of the Year. He's in the conversation still. So he might go here. But, yeah, if everyone's healthy, I think Detroit's the play here. But I would definitely wait to see who's going to go here.
Yeah.
Portland's one of those teams, if Josh Hart gets hot, man, they're kind of competitive randomly. But other than that, man, they don't have anything.
I'm with it. Yeah, it's probably a game I won't get to, but it just seems like you have to automatically go with Detroit here. It's almost like a Detroit trifecta. Maybe not first quarter. Maybe something might change there, but definitely first half, full game. So, yeah, we like Detroit, but probably won't get there just yet. All right. What do we have for our next game? Guy on couch is like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't know what our next game is. Let me see if I can do it here. Guy on couch goes down. He's like, hey, man, my laptop died. All right, so we got to do it ourselves here. Next game on the slate, man, is Lakers at Cleveland. Total on this game right now is Lakers 226.5. Total on this game. 226.5. That shot up to from 225. The spread on this was 6.5. It's now 5.5. This game is weird to me because my theory is that Lakers would win the games they should lose and lose the games they should win. Now, it's kind of true and kind of not so true because they turned around and lost to Washington. I'm telling you right now, man, I feel like this is a Lakers spot, but I just can't get there. I just can't trust the Lakers, right? Toronto was in a terrible spot. I was talking to Jimmy the Bag. They were in a terrible spot, bro. Terrible spot with the game they played against the Lakers, and they were just ripe for a loss, and it actually happened. The total's climbing up, right? You got a lot of people who are out still for the Cavaliers. The same people. Yeah, Rondo's questionable, but he's a glue guy. It's just one of these things right now to where I feel as the Lakers could possibly pull out a win. Bron going back to Akron. They still are in that playing spot, if you will, I believe if they were to play right now, they'd play New Orleans. This team has to get some wins. They have to get some wins under their belt, if you ask me. I just don't know if they can do it with Cleveland. It seems like Cleveland, one of Cleveland's most important pieces is Jared Allen, right? So I don't know if this is just a game that the Lakers could play and win. I'm not going to bet this game. I decided never to play another Laker game again in my life. Never. So this is a game that I won't get to. I wouldn't be making an automatic bet also of the Cavaliers first quarter and first half because they've actually shot down, And we said at the beginning of the year, we always liked them as a dog, and we like them away. We like them away. So this is a game I won't get to, man. I don't really care about the Lakers at this moment. My team has let me down this year. Really, really questionable play from a lot of the star players, for the exception of LeBron. But other than that, yeah, I'm over it. Who do you like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably on Cleveland here. I don't know if I'm going to get to it. LeBron might even sit here. He already got the number 2 on the scoring list. I know he was pushing for that. It is Cleveland, though. He'll probably come to play. It's just one of those games. Both these teams, I mean, even the Lakers, I know they got a 2.5 game lead right now on San Antonio, but the way they lose in streaks, man, you could not even be in the bubble real soon.
Jesus.
So you got to win. Both these teams have to win. Cleveland's 1 game out of the bubble themselves on the other side of it, with Toronto coming up fast on them. So
yeah,
must-win game for both these teams. Cleveland's the better team. They played last night. Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning Cleveland here, but I probably won't bet this game.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe how different they look as a team without Jared Allen in the game.
They just got a lot of pieces out, man. I know Rondo's out tonight, but I mean, just go back to how they started. Colin Sexton, Jared Allen. They had all these guys, Rubio.
Yeah.
The guys that were pushing that streak they started the season with, they're just not there right now.
Yeah.
So I do think they're still a good team. But this might just be a tough game. You got 2 teams that are going to be fighting here tonight.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I just feel like it's a Lakers spot. I just feel like it. Every time I say I feel like it, I'm wrong. Maybe I just need to start fading my own gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that is the case. James, I see you, brother. What's up, man? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. So as of right now, no action on this game for us as well. Guy on the couch has his charger plugged in.
We're back.
That guy. That fucking guy. That guy. Nolans at Charlotte. Total on this game right now is 235. Moved up a hook. Right? Spread on this is -7, which is kind of crazy. The line was at 5.5. Was at 5.5. Maybe there's no Devontae Graham here. He's questionable. Maybe you lose him, but is he worth 1.5 points? Could be. You already don't have Graham in the game, right? Charlotte is pretty much healthy at this point, not having Book Knight or Gordon Hayward, and they've got their own tear going on right now, right? They beat Atlanta, or excuse me, they beat Dallas, right? They beat Atlanta, and they beat OKC, and they've already beaten New Orleans by 22 points. Right? This was in their last 4. And they're covering spreads. So I don't know what kind of adrenaline Charlotte's on, but they're surging right now at the right time, if you want to call it that. Looking at the standings with Charlotte, I mean, they're in that number 9 spot. Right?
They can catch Brooklyn, though.
They could probably catch Brooklyn.
That's big. Probably you want to be the 7 or the 8 going into the bubble.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they're only 1 game back right now, Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're trying to catch Brooklyn. And Brooklyn's got kind of an uphill battle themselves. So that's crazy, man. Yeah, they might just swap. I don't see Brooklyn really wanting to play Toronto, but it's one of those things, man, to where they are surging. I like Charlotte here. I believe they can get it done. Don't know really what's going on and what the mindset is here and why it's changed. But yeah, it's turned around a lot. So I do like Charlotte. I do believe they can cover this. That line is jumping. If you're going to get on Charlotte, get on them now. Right? Get on Charlotte now because that line might move another hook, especially with the news of Graham being out. Right? Locke Bresner, what is up to you, brother? Number 1 fan there. We got both number 1 fans, man. James and Locke. See y'all, brothers. Yeah. So I do like Charlotte. Who do you like here?
Yeah, I think Charlotte's the side. I don't have too many concerns of them sitting anybody here tonight. So
right.
you should be good on that end. It's a back-to-back for New Orleans. Definitely going to sit some guys. I would say it is interesting, though, that they're listing Ingram as questionable tonight, though.
Yeah, he was.
I know he's inching back. I just don't think he plays. If he does play, you're going to get burned sitting on Charlotte, though, I think, because New Orleans with Ingram is a problem. I don't think he goes tonight. I think Charlotte's the play here. Again, you just got another team. I mean, both these teams need to win. New Orleans, though, you know, you're not going to catch the Clippers, so you're looking at 9-10 here.
Right.
But again, though, you're only 2.5 games up on the Spurs yourself. So there's a little motivation there for him, but on the back-to-back, I don't think this is the game they show up for. So I like Charlotte here. -7's not that wide of a spread. They've been blowing people out when they get ahead of them. So heavy lean on Charlotte. I might just wait around a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think he goes. Not unless the books have to, readjust if he comes in. But that line to move 1.5, right? This early in the morning, that says a lot. So I really don't think he goes. Charlotte would be the side here. I would look at a first half number also. I just think these guys can get it done, right? So I am heavy leaning on Charlotte. Something's going on in Philly, bro. Next game, we have Miami Heat at Philadelphia 76ers. Total on this was 215.5. It is net, or total on it was 217.5. It's gone down to 215. Line was Philly -1 last night. And now they're Philly +2, bro. Philly +2. Philly has no players on their injury report as of yet. And the Miami Heat has just about everybody out. I don't know why this line is flipped the way it has, but it's crazy to me. If you ask me, you and I talked about it last week, and that was Miami hasn't really shot the ball very well. Now, they've put together 2 string of wins, right? They lost those spreads. That was against OKC and Detroit. They lost to Minnesota. They beat Cleveland. They lose to Phoenix, and then they're on their little hot run at the beginning of the month, right? I don't know how to gauge this game. I really don't know how to gauge this game, to be honest with you. Don't know why the line is moved to Miami's side if there's no players to report injured. I'm off this game. I don't want any smoke in this game at all. It seems like it should be a Miami game, but at the same time, Philly needs to get some wins. I mean, not unless you're just really sitting people. I mean, they're comfortably in third, if you want to call it comfortable. I mean, right now, it's a game. You've got Philly at 43-27, Boston at 44-28, Chicago at 41-29. It's a lot going on there. Milwaukee's 44-27. So Philly can go easily, man, in the next 2 games from 3rd to 5th, if all goes wrong for them and it goes right for other teams. I don't really care about this game. I'm not sure. Let's see if Jimmy Butler is on. Yeah, I've got him as questionable. So maybe not even probable here, Locke. Yeah, Philly did look bad, and people are really mad at James Harden. So I don't know how to gauge this game, Corey. Do you have a play on this game, man? Do you like this game at all?
Not yet. If Jimmy Butler goes, though, I'm going to jump on Miami. Philly's just not that good. They're not, And I posted this when the trade happened that we were going to have 2 good weeks of the Sixers where they're going to look like world beaters.
You did.
And then people are going to see how they play. They're going to find the holes and the cracks in their game. But the reality is Tobias Harris isn't shooting the ball well.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden is James Harden, man. The closer to the playoffs get, it's like his kryptonite, man. He just starts to suck.
Yeah.
He can't handle pressure. I just don't think he's mentally strong enough to handle playoff basketball in the NBA. He never has been. Doc's been talking about resting some of these guys down the stretch here to make sure they're, quote unquote healthy going into the playoffs. So I don't think they're too concerned with where they end up. in the standings.
Oof.
Right now, you're slated to play Cleveland, which is probably a great spot for you. I don't know if you want to go up and play Toronto or Brooklyn there. So, yeah, man, if Jimmy Butler goes, I think Miami smacks them here tonight.
Yeah.
I could also see Philly sitting Embiid, sitting some of these guys, especially coming off that loss last night where they just didn't look good. So we'll see. If Jimmy Butler doesn't play, though, I'd stay away from this game, man, because Miami's not the most motivated team either.
Yeah.
With that little 3-game cushion they got in first. So
with a lot of steam to Philly, bro. That's amazing. Maybe Doc does sit someone. Maybe he does here, right? Maybe
it
it's
wouldn't surprise me if he sat Embiid here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Wait for the injury reports. If Butler goes, though, I think Miami's the play here.
Yeah. I mean, it's gone right down to Philly +1 again. So there's a lot of movement happening with this game, man. Nothing I want to be involved in until later. Probably won't get to this game either. Next game on the books, man. Jazz at Brooklyn. Jazz at Brooklyn. This line opened at Jazz -1. It was actually Brooklyn -1 last night. This was Brooklyn -1, Corey. It is now Brooklyn +1.5. Total on this game is 230. Move to hook. Move to hook, bro. I'm telling you right now, man, I think this line's gone the wrong way. I think this line has gone the wrong way. If the Jazz are going to play a fast game, it works to Brooklyn's favor, if you ask me. It does. So far, the players out are these same players, pretty much, right? You don't have Mike Conley on the injury report. So maybe Conley plays. I don't think you're going to get anybody who sits this game. Brooklyn needs to get out of the spot they're in, right? They really need to get out of the spot they're in. They would play Toronto right now. They would play Toronto if they had to play in the play-ins.
Brooklyn 7-10 and then 8-9.
No, well, right now the way it's set up is it's 9-10 is a play-in tournament and 7-8 is a play-in tournament. Yeah, and then the winner out of 9 and 10 plays the loser out of 7 and 8. So
the problem is Brooklyn can't really get out of that spot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe that's maybe they could lose it. Maybe they could swap with Charlotte, right? Maybe that's the reason why you're getting good play to Charlotte. I'm telling you now, man, I think this is a Brooklyn spot. I really do. Jazz off a back-to-back. They played a pretty heavy game last night against the Knicks, right? I just think this is a spot where the line is moving the wrong way. The line is moving the wrong way. Jazz on a 3-game tear right now. And they've covered those spreads. And they've been large spreads for what it's worth, at least against Chicago and Clippers. So I do like Brooklyn here. I might step on Brooklyn. I just want to see what's going on and why this line completely flipped to the Jazz's favor. So I do like Brooklyn. That's a lean for me. I think they can get it done. You're going to see some good play out of them. And down the stretch, they should be able to win it by a couple buckets. Who do you like?
Yeah, I like Utah here, man. I don't like Brooklyn at home right now. I know they've won 2 here recently, but they beat Portland and they weren't losing that game for a good majority of that game.
They were.
And Portland's Portland at this point.
Yeah.
So they battled them. The Knicks almost beat them in Brooklyn. They lost that game to Dallas, which was a good game. They played good in that one. Utah, though, yeah, I agree. At home, they're unreliable, man. Yeah, Utah's, you got to think they can catch Golden State right now in the West with Steph out. So, they're looking at the 3 seed here. I think everyone plays for Utah tonight, man. And if everyone plays, I think they get it done. I might not step on this one, but I definitely don't trust Brooklyn.
CD8 said Brooklyn's so unreliable at home. Better to get a live line on Brooklyn. You are right about that.
Yeah, Durant's been carrying them, but if that guy's even remotely not hot. You know, if he's scoring 30 instead of 40 or 50, they might be in trouble here.
For the originators in the books to make this line at Brooklyn -1 and make them home favorites, and then to completely flip, I think the books got it right the first time, and I just think these are sharps that are really trying to bet on the Jazz with this line so short. I think Brooklyn can get it done. I think they can. Or these, I mean, like I've always said, these lines tell you a story, right? So Brooklyn shouldn't open up favorites. That's just my opinion. They shouldn't have. So this is one of those times where I'm paying attention to the number. I just think they've got a chance here to ink a win out. And if you're telling me you just got to win by a point, I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it for now. All right, man. So yeah, we are on opposite sides of that game also. Next game we have, man, Toronto at Chicago. Total on this game is 224.5 right now, 224.5. Spread on this is Chicago -4.5. It's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. You and I have already talked about it, man. Chicago can't play good teams. They just can't for whatever reason, bro. They don't play good teams good. They lose to them. Now, Toronto isn't top 3, right? But this is just not a game to where I feel that Chicago can get up for. Toronto already got them 127-120. That was an overtime game last month, right? Now, maybe it's the back-to-back here, right? Just because you just played a heavy game against Cleveland or Philly. You know, I was listening to a pod. Do you know Nick Nurse is only playing 7 people? Like,
yeah,
he's
their
not even
rotation's
going
tight, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to his bench at all, really. He's got a short rotation. He's going to play the hell out of these guys, right? So if I'm looking at a squad to play, do you take him off the back-to-back right now? Do you take him as a dog? Well, if they lose, are they going to get smacked? I don't think so. I don't think so. Chicago, man, they're on a 3-game losing streak, and they come as home favorites. That's a crazy game. Another game I don't want any smoke in right now, but if I had a side to choose, it would be Toronto, even off a back-to-back. Even off a back-to-back. Looking at the injury report for Chicago, you got Pat Will, who's probable, right? Other than that, you've got a healthy squad for Toronto who's playing the same guys, same 7-8 guys. So it's just one of those things, man, to where I feel like this could be a Toronto spot, even though I don't want to step on it. I don't want to step on it right now. It just seems like this would be a game, Toronto, if they lose, it's not, they will be able to still cover the spread. They would still be able to cover the spread. Yep.
Van Fleet back tonight? Yeah, probably. I think they sat him last night for this game. You know, I don't think they were too concerned with Philly. Also, like, Chicago's sliding, man. Yeah, this is 3 and 4 for, 3 games and 4 nights for Toronto here, but Chicago just doesn't have it, man.
Yeah.
They were on a pretty incredible tear
in the beginning of the year.
Analytically, there's just a lot of things to not like about Chicago. They take the most difficult shots in the NBA. DeRozan loves the mid-range contested jumper. It's the worst shot you can take right now in the league. And when he's hitting them, it is, though. You either shoot threes or you're going to the basket, but a contested mid-range jumper's, analytically, it's the worst shot you can take. And that's all they take. He was on fire at one point, getting MVP chance the whole 9, but
right.
That's another player that just gets weaker as the playoffs roll around. I don't like Chicago. The three games and 4 nights does scare me for Toronto, especially with that short rotation.
Yeah.
They might have dead legs here, but if they don't, I think they get this one done.
Yeah.
Again, though, and just another thing to point out is Toronto's just, you're in a must-win spot, man. You got to get out of the bubble. You're 1 game behind Cleveland. You need to win this game. So they got all the motivation. Chicago, yeah, they're sliding quick, man. So this will be a good game. I think the 4.5 is way too wide of a spread. And I think, yeah, if Toronto's got the legs under them, I think they handle this one no problem.
Take them early, maybe. Toronto right now averaging in the last three, 55.3 in the first half. Chicago at 46.7. So they're not scoring. They're not scoring. So if you're afraid of the legs, look at Toronto first half. It's probably going to be Toronto +2, right? Not that much movement on this line just yet. Wouldn't be surprised if this got down to maybe a 3.5 or so. I just think some late money is going to probably come, or people are just staying away because it is a back-to-back. But for right now, I'm doing the same. I'm staying away. Next game on the slate, man. Wizards at Houston Rockets. Total on this game right now is 233, so that line's gone down. Right? Spread on this is Rockets +4.5. That's move from +5. So money's coming in on the Rockets. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not capping this fucking game. I don't give a shit about this game at all, dog. I don't care. I don't care about this game at all. I wouldn't play it. I would not play it at all. Washington has a little break. Rockets are off a back-to-back here from their smackdown against Memphis, right? It just seems like Washington should be able to easily go in here and get it done. Easily go in here and get it done. They've already played. Houston got them 114 and 111. Is it a revenge game if you want to call it that? I mean, these guys aren't playing for anything. They are not playing for anything at all. Right? So what do you have here? What's going on? This is a game I could give two fucking shits about. Washington should be able to beat a G League team, right? But they'll probably come out and lose this game, even with Houston going on a back-to-back. I don't care about this game, man. It doesn't even matter to me. Maybe look at some props here. I don't know. I'm off this game. Who do you like?
Yeah, I'm not betting this game, man. Maybe Houston at home. I don't know. Both these teams aren't good. So it just depends who shows up, man. I do think, though, if the Wizards are trying to start Porzingis at center, Christian Wood should have a monster game here tonight.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at props, I'd probably look at Wood. Kuzma assists. Yeah, why not? I mean, there should be some points scored in this game. Nobody's going to play any defense.
Yeah, Kuzma's probable. That whole knee, man, but keep his ass set.
Yeah, I mean, these teams should both shut it down for the year. Houston's already done that, just giving the young guys as much minutes as they can. So
yeah,
I don't care about this game, man. I think Houston could get it done at home, but I'm not taking a side here.
I don't give not one. I don't give two shits about this game. Next game on the slate, man. Boston at OKC. Do you just blindly start taking Boston? Do you see what they're doing on defense right now? Absolutely insane. Line actually opened up at 12.5, man. This line is at Boston -15 right now. Total on this game is 216.5, bro. 216.5. I am all on Boston. It's a back-to-back. I don't care. But if you see the artwork, the masterpiece, the master class that they're just giving folks in defense right now, people, you just can't score. You can't score. I don't know if you get some late scratches here. Right? This is one of these games that could be a little tricky. The line is telling me no. Right? Everybody's out still for OKC. And you see what Boston did to Denver yesterday. Right? Just a complete, absolute tear of a good team. So it just seems like you take Boston full games in all of their games. Don't worry about the first quarter, the first half, right? You just look at them full game because they're going to get it done. They've covered the last or at the last 10, 7 out of 10, right? Spreads. And they've only lost 2 games in the last 10. So if they're slated to win that game, they're going to cover the spread for the most part. So I don't care who's in for OKC. They're just not going to be able to get it done. I just want to see if there is a late scratch here. I want to see, because this is a game where you don't need a full team on Boston's end to get it done, right? Right? This is one of those squads that you can do it against. So we'll see what happens here. Haven't got to the board on this one, but this is a heavy lean again on Boston. Who do you like?
Yeah, I like Boston. I'll probably go first half here, just because they're on the back-to-back and the line's so big. I don't think they said anybody, though. I mean, you're half a game out of the 2 seed in the East right now. So I think they just keep climbing, man. Why shut it down now? You're rolling.
Yeah.
This is the kind of momentum you want. I don't think they said anybody here. OKC is not going to be able to score.
Yeah. That's just my opinion, a lot, that he might sit players. Corey says differently. But yeah, Thunder team total under, depending on Shea's status. I don't think he plays. I think it seems like OKC is tanking. What were you saying, Corey?
Yeah, Shea might go here. I just don't think it matters. Team total under is a decent look here. But yeah, I'm going Boston first half once the lines come out. You know, even if they sit somebody, it's still not going to affect the outcome of this game. So I just don't think OKC's got it. They play competitive when teams are, you know, trying to run with them. They're able to run with teams. But if you're going to play a team with good defense, man, I think they just get shut down here. So
yeah,
Boston's the look. 15's a lot.
Yeah.
Guy on couch, I'll take Boston plus 15 all day, man.
Wow. So do you do this then? Do you wait until the Shea news to take this game, because you're going to get a better number?
Yeah, I would wait. Jump on Boston first half. Yeah, either anything that happens with the news is going to help the line at this point.
Gotcha.
If Boston sits somebody, the line's going to go down. If Shea plays, the line goes in your favor. So no reason to drop the 15 right now.
Gotcha.
You can say it's not going to get any worse. They're not going to run this thing to 16 or 17. So, yeah, I'm going Boston first half. I don't think the full game's a bad bet either. I think they handled this game no problem. We'll see. But, yeah.
Yeah, so we both agree on one game finally. Yeah, it's Boston or nothing for me. Last game of the evening, man. Minnesota Timberwolves at the Dallas Mavericks. Line was 3. It is now Dallas minus 3.5. Total on this game is 230. Total hasn't moved. Tricky game here, bro. Tricky game. Do you trust Minnesota? Right? Now, I've been losing money not trusting Minnesota. Same thing with Detroit. Same thing with Detroit here. Right? Injury-wise, you got Karl-Anthony Towns, who's questionable, right? And the same guy's out. Jalen McDaniels in, right? For the Mavericks, Bullock is probable, right? He's probable. Spencer Dinwiddie's probable. This is definitely the game of the night. Definitely the game of the night. I'm telling you right now, man. Minnesota, bro. Minnesota. In their last 10 has only lost 1. They're 9-1 in their last 10. They're 9-1 ATS. 9-1 ATS. Dallas just lost to Charlotte and lost bad. Now, we were talking pre-show, right? I was asking you, who's a better squad, Dallas or Milwaukee? And your response to that was Dallas is a better team right now. Because the way Minnesota handled Milwaukee, now we know we did that without Giannis, right? They did that without Giannis. He was out. So maybe that's a completely different game if Giannis is playing. This Dallas team, on the other hand, is going to be pretty much fully loaded, right? Pretty much fully loaded. And Minnesota's surging. Do you get in front of that Minnesota train now and take Dallas? right? Or do we get kind of the Dallas team that's played Charlotte, that's played Philly, and then played New York a couple weeks ago and didn't even put up 80 points, right? So if I'm looking at a side here, I'm probably going to step on Minnesota first quarter and Minnesota first half. Minnesota first quarter and first half, and I'll just let the game play out on its own after that, right? Because we know Dallas is one of the lowest scoring teams in the first quarter. And I thought that also. I really thought that against Charlotte. I'm sorry, not Charlotte, against Brooklyn. I thought that Brooklyn would come out on fire, and they were able actually to settle them down, and they scored only 24 points. They beat them that first quarter 24-27, right? So just looking at first quarter, first half spreads right now, Timberwolves are second in the league, and they're 7-2-1 in their last 10, right? And they have a great record away, 21-14. I like Minnesota first quarter. As far as their first quarter spreads, Timberwolves are third in the league, right? Sitting 7-3 in the first quarter in their last 10. I like Minnesota first quarter. I like Minnesota first half. I'll step on that, but it could be a Dallas upset here. Well, not an upset because they're the favorites, but it could be that Dallas wins this game outright at the end, but not first quarter, first half. Who do you like?
I like Minnesota, man. I don't think Dallas can score enough points to beat this Minnesota team. The defense that they play is okay. And they do hold teams that want to play that half court style basketball down a little bit.
Yeah.
That's not Minnesota's game, man. Minnesota's much more similar to Charlotte's offense in the fact that they try to stay in transition. I'm going to be looking at the Minnesota first half team total. That hits pretty much every game for them at this point. You're going to get a low number because people are respecting the Dallas defense, but Dallas isn't slowing down this Minnesota team.
Yeah, nobody is. It seems
they score. I mean, they score 140 points, 130 every night. It's not like one or two games against fast teams. They do it every night.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas can't score 140. They don't have enough firepower.
I hear you, man. I hear
you. Bad matchup for Dallas. Somebody here said under in the Mavs. I mean, that's the only way they win this game. But
if you go under, yeah.
Look, I like Minnesota. It might be a Minnesota trifecta here.
It might be. Now that you say that.
The fact that you're getting points here on a team that's 9-1 in their last 10.
Yeah.
And what is it? They got Dallas has a 2-game lead in the standings here, but I know they play each other twice in the next 3 games. So Minnesota's rolling, man. They got all the pieces. Pat Beverly can't hold Luka, but he is gonna piss him off.
He's gonna talk.
He's gonna be there. He's gonna instigate some nonsense. So
he's talking.
You got to have that though if you want to make a run, man. You got to have somebody that's gonna play hard, knows defense like that. So yeah, Minnesota. I think this game goes over. But I would look at the Minnesota team totals. Minnesota first quarter, first half, full game.
I got you, man. We are on the same side there. Let's get into our leans for today, man.
Hey, yo, I woke up, I'm not dead. Smoked up, got out of bed. Gotta see the green, otherwise I see a lot of red. Watching what I say around some of y'all.
I just might make a lot of plays. This is sad. I just might, bro. These are regular leans. Regular lean. I got Charlotte. Right now, that line's moved to -6. So money's coming in on New Orleans. Maybe that's the Ingram news. Charlotte -6 now. Might step on that. I've got Brooklyn. I just might take them money line. Brooklyn money line, right? Looking at Toronto first half. Looking at Boston first half. And right now I am looking at Minnesota first quarter, first half. Charlotte, Toronto first half, Boston first half, Minnesota first half, first quarter, and Brooklyn money line. Who do you like?
Right now, let's see here. I got a lean on Cleveland -6, depending on that injuries. A lean on Miami -1.5 if Butler plays.
Mm-hmm.
A lean on Charlotte -6 here, waiting on all the news from that game though. And then we've got obviously the lean on the trifecta here for Minnesota. And Boston first half is a heavy lean. I just waiting for the line to come out. I think we're going to see -8, but that shouldn't be an issue.
That's a good question by CDH. I didn't. Guy on couch. Can you put that back up for Corey?
Since they play twice in extra games, you guys don't think Dallas does? I think they try.
They try.
I don't think they can. But yeah, I think they're going to try to win this game. I don't think they have the firepower for Minnesota, man. This is a bad matchup for them.
I think
they don't have the size for Towns either. On top of that, so
well, I mean, you're going to put Dwight Powell on them. That's their center. Here's the thing. I think that Dallas will be surprised by the first game, but they might get them the next game. I think they might get them the next game, to be honest with you. They've already played, right? They've already played, but I think they might get them the next game. I will put all my money right now on Minnesota this first game and then see what adjustments Dallas makes. All right, official plays for the day.
Hey, yo, I woke up, I'm not dead. Smoked up, got out of bed. Gotta see the green, otherwise I see a lot of red. Watching what I say around some of y'all.
Man, I want to make a move right now on Boston, but I'm going to wait. I am definitely going to wait. I'm going to wait on all of these. No official plays right now, but those leans may turn into plays. What are your official plays?
Yeah, I don't have anything yet, man. You know, like I said at the beginning of the show, this time of the year, you got to wait on these injury reports. Teams will just shut it down on any given night on you. So wait around. I don't think the lines move too much.
Yeah.
Definitely have your alerts on. Be on your phone. Try to beat the books to the line when the news does come out.
Absolutely.
But yeah, nothing official yet. But I mean, the closest thing I've got is the Boston first half and the Minnesota trifecta.
All right. And that is the show, man. That is the show. This is Getting in the Green with Perfect Strangers. I'm your host with the most, Daryl. This is my co-host. Got it messed up again. Green Hoodie legend himself. Been smashing the books and UFC. Right? You're doing good there. Follow us on Twitter. You got all the information there at the bottom there. All the information at the bottom. And we will be back. Hopefully it'll be a good green getting day for us today, man. Hopefully. We can talk about it tomorrow. Until next time, y'all be easy, yo.